How big can a deck get on MTG Arena? You might be thinking, that's easy. Arena maxes out the deck size at 250 cards. Here I've got the perfect 250 card deck build, and if I try to add another island, Arena says, hey, that's too much. The maximum is 250 cards. But what if I told you there was a way to go way over that 250 card limit? Now here we've got a normal-ish looking Esper control list. Now this isn't legal in any format because we've got 4 copies of Demonic Tutor, which is only legal in Timeless, but in that format you can only have 1 copy. So this is purely a thought experiment and for Sparky challenging. We've got a lot of creature removal here, and we've got 4 copies of Brainstorm, 2 copies of Consider, and then a sweeper up here, and then this is when the deck starts getting a little weird. We've got some Panharmonicons and Virtue of Knowledge, which acts as another Panharmonicon. And the only reason I'm not just running 4 Panharmonicons, the wild cards. We've got 4 copies of Wispweaver Angel. So when Wispweaver Angel enters the battlefield, you may exile another target creature you control, then return that card to the battlefield under its owner's control. Kind of like Restoration Angel, but it can also hit other angels. And then we get to the crux of the matter. This is how we're gonna make our deck as big as it possibly can get. Oracle of the Alpha. Now you might be familiar with this card if you played Historic or Timeless Control. It shows up every once in a while in those formats. But it's a 3-mana 2/3. When it enters the battlefield, you conjure the power 9 into your library, then shuffle. So it actually inserts 9 cards into your deck. So what happens if we can just loop ETBs of Oracle of the Alpha over and over and over again? So the way I figured out to do this is we can get a Panharmonicon effect out, we can get an Oracle of the Alpha out, and then we get 2 Wispweaver Angels. And so what happens when we get those cards out, we can play our Oracle, we can blink it with the Wispweaver Angel, and then the Wispweaver Angel also blinks the other Wispweaver Angel. And suddenly we've got a loop where we're just blinking Oracles of the Alpha over and over and over again, continuously conjuring power 9 into the library. Now, this doesn't actually win the game of any sort, but that's not really the object here. We're just trying to see how big our deck can get. So what happens when we set the loop off against Sparky? Let's find out. Okay, as far as combo hands go, this is pretty good. We've got 2 Wispweavers and a Virtue of Knowledge effect. The rest of the cards that are going to keep us alive are not present, so we're just going to hope we draw into it. And you know, if we lose to Sparky, we lose to Sparky. Let's keep. Sparky is ready to play. Let's go. Zephyr Gull from Sparky. Demonic Tutor, that's a good one. Alright, we're going to enter tapped on our Hallowed Fountain. Next turn, we're going to fetch up some sort of black source and Demonic Tutor for our 2/3. Consider's not too bad. Let's get the Flooded Strand out and conjuring up, searching up the Watery Grave. Pay 2 life. Demonic Tutor, please. Get the Oracle of the Alpha. Now we're up against the blue Sparky, so they might have unsummon effects which could stop our combo. But usually Sparky's not savvy enough to actually break it up. Alright, let's play Flooded Strand. Oh, I must have, I forget what the other side of Virtue of Knowledge does, but I think it, like, does something with effects. Copy, target, triggered ability. Oh, I could have ramped there. Maybe it's something I should have considered. Let's play the Oracle of the Alpha and shuffle the power 9 in. Armored Whirl Turtle. That's exactly the kind of thing we want to see from Sparks a lot. Let's consider. Have to exile. I just want lands now. Alright, we got a Delta. We're going to play tapped Hallowed Fountain. Pass the turn. Oracle of the Alpha holding up defense quite well. Another Sworn Guardian comes down for Sparky. And Zephyr Gull. There we go. See if they feel like attacking. They do not. I'm going to take out this Warden here. Kind of just for fun. Another Path to Exile is pretty good. Let's actually see this Virtue thing happen this time. Copy target activated ability. I've never done this before. Ooh, and I can actually do it again. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Let's get lands out of our deck. Swamp. I will get one untapped blue. Or untapped white for the Path to Exile. Alright, and pass the turn. Look at that. Virtue of Knowledge, Vantress Visions, doing work. Alright, Sparky is attacking. They must have done the math and figured out this is a free point of damage. I'm not going to use my path, I don't think. Alright, so let's play Wispweaver Angel. And we get our second set of Power 9 into the deck. Come on back to us. Alright, and then we pass the turn. I'm going to play the Virtue of Knowledge next. No plays from Sparky. Important to note that even though they are blue, they don't have any form of counter magic. The only thing we really have to worry and look out for is Unsummon. Which is probably unlikely that they have it. However, we are looking quite good to get our combo off. I'm going to cast all the spells in my hand so that I can literally do nothing besides blink. Ooh, a Mox Ruby. Let's put this back, Wispweaver on top. Prismatic Vista, let's crack it. Get a Plains, and we should be good to start going off here. Alright, we've got 53 cards in the deck. Let's start trucking away. Wispweaver Angel. Now it's important that it only targets creatures. So we're going to target... It does matter the order here. I don't remember though. Let's say what happens when we target the Oracle first. Okay, we need to target the Angel first so that the Oracle gets to trigger. So always target the Angel first. Then the Oracle happens, and then our second blink happens. And we always want to take the action. And I've already messed it up again. No, always target the Angel first. And you can see we're already up to 89 cards here. Unfortunately, I do have to say, you know, take the action every time. Alright, blink, blink. Take action. Let's get our thumbs on the spacebar here. And continue piling cards into our deck. Blink. And Angel first. I'll remember it eventually. Take action. And I'm going to speed up this part of the video, and we'll be back in a second. Alright, coming back in, you can see we've hit 250 cards. So there you go. We are officially breaking the rules of MTG Arena. Our deck size is larger than the actual maximum limits as set by the program itself. So let's keep going and see just how far we can get. You can tell that it's really interesting that it actually just keeps making the actual deck animation larger here. Sparky's getting bored up here. But let's see if this keeps happening or if it eventually cuts off the animation and makes the deck just stay at this size. And so now we're 100 cards over the maximum size, and my graveyard is actually totally obscured. If I wanted to click it, I'm not sure how I would do it. I don't think I can. Like, you can see it once I pick the deck up. It's kind of jumpy, the library animation here as I scroll through the deck, but I don't think I could actually get to my graveyard to see what's in it at this point. Let's keep going. So we are now at 500 cards, which is double the max deck size that Arena allows. And you can tell that the the graphic for this has just kept going, and it's actually starting to fall a bit off of the screen. The graveyard is totally obscured, and the cards are starting to get a little bit outside of the battlefield. Clicking here, yeah, it's like really scrolling through a lot of stuff here if I go here, and my computer fan is starting to go a little nuts. So let's keep going a little bit further. So we are now at 863 cards in the deck. The top card is gone. The graveyard is long gone. Who knows where it is? There it is. You got to click to get to the graveyard. All the animations are starting to get real choppy. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to turn the quality level down to low. Hopefully that'll help things out a little bit. And we'll keep going for a little bit. Well, let's get to 1,000 at least, shall we? Alright, I took things a little bit further and got us all the way to 1,205 cards. So our Leaning Tower of cards, way off the page at this point. Graveyard, long gone. All we can see is the side of our monstrous deck. Truly, we have won the Battle of Wits. We can slowly scroll through our many cards. And you can see it just kind of blinks around as I move the slider forward. I'm surprised Arena is actually still functioning pretty well. It doesn't really seem like it's having any issues. Unfortunately, I'm out of clicks. I think that's as much clicking as I can do in one day. Let's decline these and see if it has any issues proceeding with the game at all. See, Sparky is still up and running, playing those Armored World Turtles like nothing else. Drew a Mox Pearl. The odds of us drawing anything besides the Power 9 are basically none at this point. I can still attack, no problem. I did draw something, so that's a pretty good... They did have the Unsummon. They did have the Unsummon. Wow, beautiful. They want us to do the loop again. That's what they really want. We'll pass the turn. Maybe we'll see if we can close this one out against Sparky. Well, they're not going to make it easy for us playing Cloudkin Sphere. That's probably the best card in the blue deck, followed by a Water Knot. Why not? Why not? Look, we got Recall. So we're going to draw some more Power 9. We have to worry about decking in this situation, you know. Wispweaver Angel comes on down. And let's just blink this one twice. Take action. Could start the loop over. Not gonna do that. Decline, decline. Moxen. 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 Let's go to attacks, hit with Oracle of Alpha. Scry Mox Pearl to the bottom. Don't need that. Look how far around it went. We're exactly at 1,200 cards. You see like how it like had to swoop around those? Yes, that is how I would like to distribute my damage indeed. Play Wispweaver Angel here. Now this is a loop. I could just keep looping all these guys. Just target some random angels. Decline, decline. But yeah, it doesn't seem like the game is really having any problem still proceeding at this point, so that's pretty good. I'm guessing the maximum number of cards you can actually have in a deck is probably 32,000-ish. That's one of the maximum numbers in programming. The ones below it we would have already surpassed. Ooh, Time Walk. We're going to go again here, and we're going to swing out and kill Sparky. You can see things are kind of slow on the attack animations, but we got them. We got them with 1,198 cards in our deck. That's a new record, maybe? It's gotta be. So we got our deck sized over 1,200 cards. Now, if there's a way to force blinks without having to decline or, you know, pick the targets, then we could get our deck size even bigger if we got a loop going that didn't require those clicks or those confirmations. Can you think of a way to do it? If you can, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear about it. But otherwise, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I certainly enjoyed making this one. Leave a like, subscribe if you did enjoy the video, and I will see you in the next one. Take care, all.